I've been looking for a new mod for my Tacoma back here behind me, and what I'm looking for is a bed mat. In the past, I was running the deck system in the back of my truck, but I got rid of that, and now I'm looking for a bed mat again. In the past, I did have a bed mat in the back of my truck, but when I bought my deck system, I gave my bed mat to my dad, and he loves that thing, and I can't ask for it back. So I've been shopping around for a new bed mat, and it just so happens we might have found one. My friends over at Lasfit have just came out with bed liners for the Tacoma. They reached out to me and were like, hey, you want to check this out? And I was like, of course I want to check it out. I'm in the market for one, and this one might be the one I pick, so I'll check it out. But before we hop into the unboxing and showing you guys the Lasfit bed liner here, I want to show you why it's important to have one if you don't have one already, and why I'm actually looking to put one in my truck. You might be thinking to yourself, why do I need a bed liner for my truck? It's a truck, I'm gonna beat it up. I don't really care what the back of my bed looks like. And that's fair, I'm with you. I don't care what my back of my bed looks like either. But the reason why I'm looking for a bed mat is because how sticky it is. When I'm packing up stuff for my overland trips, I get so annoyed when I'm going around bends and things slide around. So much so I actually do a lot of tie-offs to my bed rack. So I'll tie things off so it doesn't slide around and bang around and open up and go over the place. Now, with a bed mat, with my old one, I was able to set a case of beer in the back of my truck right in the middle, drive home and it not even move. Now this goes for the same for everything. You can set a cooler back there, any kind of overland gear. For example, right now, I have no bed mat back there. This is my new electric chainsaw. I'm gonna do a video on this a little bit later. This thing's pretty sick. So for example, why a bed mat's really awesome, this is my new chainsaw I got here. I just picked it up the other day from Harbor Freight on sale. We'll do a whole video on this because I'm extremely impressed with this. But I throw this in the back of my truck and I go down the road. This is what's gonna happen. It's gonna slide around, bang around, and probably end up breaking on the way to wherever I'm going. But we're gonna throw the Lasfit bed mat back here, or bed liner back here, and see if it's still gonna slide around as bad or if it's gonna stay moderately in the same spot so I don't have to worry about things sliding all over the place when I throw it in the bed of my truck. To install the Lasfit bed liner, super easy once you get it unboxed. And I left mine sit out for a little while because it did have a curve in it, and I set some chairs I had on top of it just to get it to bend down a little bit. I would have liked to let it sit out in the sun a little bit longer since there's really even no sun out today. I'd like to let it sit in the sun. So if you have a nice sunny day, let it sit in the sun and I think it would form a little bit better. But I think it's good enough for now. So all you gotta do, take it, slide it up in there, like that. Now I was a little bit concerned here about this with my running for tacos bed stiffeners. I had a feeling I was going to run into some issues, so I'm going to have to trim this up a little bit so it fits my bed stiffener. So if you have bed stiffeners as well, be cautious of installing these. You're going to have to trim it up to get the fit exactly correct. But let's see if it's still slidey when I set my chainsaw up there before I start trimming some stuff. So it's not super grippy, not as much as my old one, but I mean, it's better than what it was. And with having this bed liner in here, after I'm done loading the truck up with wood, because I do haul wood around sometimes, I can just grab this whole liner out and pull it out and clean it rather than have to clean out my entire bed. So there is a benefit there too. I do wish, it's still pretty good, but I do wish it was a little bit more grippy than what it is. So there's the Lasfit bed liner. I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. Me personally, I think I'm gonna go back to the drawing board and see if I can find one that's a little bit grippier for my needs. Now, this is pretty good if you do a lot of stuff with your truck and need to clean out your bed all the time when you have like wood chipping and stuff. I do see the use case there, but for me personally, I'm more interested in letting things sit back there and not slide around, and this just isn't checking that box for me. It is good build quality, and I also wish that it formed a little bit better. Now, I'm not going to knock any points off for that because I haven't let it sit out long enough. I've only had it out of the box for about 45 minutes now. So I do have my chainsaw sitting up there and 2 logs to see if it'll kind of get that middle bump up out of it. So I do wish it was a little bit better in that case as well. I don't think this is going to be a win for me. I do appreciate Lasfit for sending this out, and I do like all my Lasfit lights. But I do think they need to go back to the drawing board on the material they use for the top of this and make it a little bit stickier for me. It's got the same material as you would see on like floor mats, which is nice, but it's just not that sticky, and I would like it to be a little bit more sticky like my factory Toyota bed mat that I had in the past. So that's my review. I'm sorry, Lasfit, if it wasn't as great as you would hoped, but hopefully this information you can take back and make it a little bit better so I can actually use it in my setup the way I'm looking for. Thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know in the comments what you think about the Lasfit bed mat. Are you looking for something you can just take out of your bed and keep it clean and wash it off and slide it back in? Or are you guys looking for something that's grippy like I am? I'd like to hear from you guys in the comments. Please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. It means a ton to me. We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers. We're almost there. Check this video out right here. It's pretty good. And I will see you in the next one.